Hello, everyone, and welcome back to a special edition of Tunnel Vision. I'm your host, Ryan Abraham, joined alongside Mr. Triple-Double, Connor Morrissette. And we have a special guest, thanks to House of Victory, USC cornerback DJ Harvey is joining us. DJ, thanks so much for coming on the show.
Appreciate y'all for having me. It's a blessing.
Yeah, so another one of our player interviews set up through House of Victory, so I just wanted to give them a shout out. I'll put their QR code up on the screen if you want to donate to House of Victory, help support USC athletics. The current campaign is called The Place to Be, part of a play on words with Los Angeles and LA. It's time to win. And I know, DJ, you got involved with a couple events so far in your time on campus. Maybe talk about some of the charity events that you've done through House of Victory.
Definitely the one for LA Fire. I think that was a huge one. Just to get back to my community in LA. So just having that, and then also doing the one for the food bank as well. Just having the opportunity with House of Victory to give me that time with being a student athlete and also giving back. So it was just a blessing to be with my teammates. You really don't know the people that you touch until you do stuff like that. So
it's for USC fans have been on our website for a long time over at uscfootball.com. This is a new era where players are, you guys are being compensated, but also, getting involved in the community a lot like professional athletes. Like, what has it been like for you kind of being able to do that and kind of use your platform and your voice to go out and help the less fortunate?
Be a professional before being an actual professional. You see guys do it in the league. So House of Victory is giving us opportunity, a great opportunity to do that at such a young age, so you can get understanding of what that's like. So,
DJ, so you're at USC, you're a local kid. What's it been like for you repping the Cardinal and gold here, first few months on campus? Just is it a surreal experience for you when you're at San Jose State? Are you hoping to one day, get to USC, or just take me through these first few months?
First few months at USC just been great. Really been a blessing to be back at home, play with a lot of familiar guys that, I either grew up with or I played against our older brothers or something like that. So everything that I dreamt about in college, I just didn't end up thinking I was going to come to USC for my last year. But it was just a blessing to be here. And I also have a family member of mine, my god brother Kamari Ramsey. So just having that, you just feel more comfortable just being back at home.
The journey, we got to talk the last couple of weeks. We got Big General on and Big Jaw, a lot of bigs, but they're interesting journeys. And, yours is as well, growing up local Palmdale, right? And then going to Sierra Canyon. I know Connor got to cover your team there, and I cover you a little bit out of high school, but going all the way to the East Coast for Virginia Tech, and then, back to California, San Jose State, and now again for USC. Like, what's sort of that journey been like for you? I mean, just the last 5 years has been a lot going on in your life.
I'll say very long road, but I can't thank God enough for just putting me in the position to where I'm at right now. Having a family support. Huge shout out to my mom. That's like my best friend. She was there with me through the first process of transferring. Then coming to San Jose, it was easy for her to just come to the games. Her just being around, it just made me feel better, like home. Then I didn't want to end up leaving. That's like my honest opinion. I didn't want to end up leaving, but after talking with my family and my mom, the best way for me to polish my game is to go to somewhere where I know a program that wants to win right now, that has all the tools of winning, offense, defense, and special teams with great coaching staff. So I just want to be a polished DB and just win games. I've been a winner since God knows what. I've been a winner since I was born. So that's always been my mindset, just winning everything in life. So the best place for me was USC.
DJ, can you compare the two times you transferred? So you go to Virginia Tech, and then it's like, okay, I got to play more, and I got to prove myself. And then you go to San Jose State, you do that, and I'm sure that opens some more doors for you. What's that like? Because I feel like you've got to experience both aspects of the transfer portal, where in one area you're looking for more, and then in the next it's like, well, I can go anywhere because I've proven myself.
I really would say like Virginia Tech was really a learning experience. Got to learn some great football over there, physical football, learn how the ins and outs of the game go, from pro style to gun spread, and then deciding to hit the transfer portal. You just wonder where you're going to end up going, where your next opportunity is going to be. I thank God to this day for all the coaching staffs from Brennan to Coach Ken and their staff that they took me in at San Jose. Open a lot of eyes, open a lot of doors within myself, not just on the field but off. Learn how to be a better person, because you don't know who you might touch going into your journey. So the second time, it kind of was surreal just seeing all the schools when I hit the portal just asked for me to get another opportunity to go to their school and be polished. So when I got that call from Lincoln Riley himself, like, how could you not want to go play for Lincoln Riley, in my opinion?
The recruiting process is something a lot of the fans on our website really get into, but high school recruiting is like a 2-year thing a lot of times. I mean, sometimes things happen quickly. Yeah. The portal's fast. You've had 2, portal entries. Like, what were those recruiting processes like? Like, is it happening like lightning speed? Are you taking your time? Like, what was it like?
First time was just like lightning speed, I would say. Just find my foot in where I can just get a new start, refresh. The second time, it kind of like I had time to think about it, because I don't just make decisions by myself. I make it with my family. All this is everybody in, all hands team. So I never just make decisions by myself.
So DJ, you've had a few spring practices here now. We've seen in videos DeCarlos Nicholson. It looks like he's been covering Jacoby Lane a couple times, and they've had some battles. Who are the receivers that you're battling with, and what have been your impressions of the USC receivers?
Definitely say Jack. Jack is just like he's a freak of nature. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. Just the way he run routes, he's super tall, so you really can't underestimate his speed, and he has hands. Like 50-50 ball to him is like 80-20. I'll definitely give him that. DJ Jordan, a lot of people are sleeping on DJ Jordan. DJ Jordan's going to come up, really make a difference in the USC offense, bring that spark. He has all the tools, can make all the catches, make all the plays. Also, Jay Fair. Jay Fair has really been, first time I laid eyes on him, I knew he was a smooth route runner. You could just tell by the way he run routes. And Prince coming in early in the winter, getting right into it. He made a big impact in the spring too. Just a tough matchup, just physical, got size. Like I said, with him and Jack, it's 50-50 balls, 80-20. So he can make all the catches. So I say our receiver room is deep, and just the offense, a whole O-line, running backs, tight ends, and quarterbacks. We're gonna be good for this year.
For you, coming in, you get the off-season sort of work. What was that like? And then were there certain goals or milestones you wanted to hit as you got ready for spring football at USC?
Definitely the conference. You got to understand, from Mountain West to Big Ten, it's a little different. It's more heavy on the inside of the runs. Corners gonna have to make tackles in open field, which I'm very good at. I pride myself in just throwing my body out there to make a tackle, to just make it the next down. So definitely the first thing was to get my body right. So having Coach Wiley and the strength staff getting me right, it really helped. And then also just being in a new system. So you just got to learn as you keep going. So I still got the summer to still get big if I want to get even heavier. But I feel like I'm good where I'm at right now.
So what's your weight like right now, or what's
191.
Okay, so it's kind of where you want to be.
Yeah, just around there. Like, I just don't want to get too heavy. I had that experience at Virginia Tech getting too heavy, so I kind of understand how my body knows like this is the right weight to stay at.
Through spring practice, and I think fall camp, that's could be an issue too. Like sometimes you go in and you're working a lot and you end up losing weight, or if you didn't want to, or like, is that one of those things where you're trying to maintain during practice and it can be difficult one way or the other?
Yeah, because I just lose a lot of weight just sweating. So definitely just having Rachel, the nutritionist, her and Abby.
Okay.
They always make sure I'm hydrated before I even walk out the building, before I come in. So they're always on me about hydration. So it's a huge shout out to them for real.
Nice.
And then how about with the other corners in the room, DJ? What's the competition like with the Carlos and Marcellus? It seems like that's been a good battle in spring, and you guys are fighting to get on the field, get with that first team. It's an interesting competition. What's it been like?
Everybody, the three you just named, me, Selly, and D-Nick, I think that's just like great competition all around. Everybody's game is a little different. So like D-Nick being 6'3", like, it's hard to get around him and press. He got long arms, so it's like he can get in and out of his breaks. Selly's very patient DB. When the ball's in the air, is his. Like he's gonna find a way to get the ball. I feel like I just have the IQ, just the IQ of where offense want to line up, how offense want to run routes. Just me playing receiver or playing offense my whole life. You kind of understand the route concepts of what you're going to get. So, and just being in 3 different systems in college, you get a lot of information.
You're speaking about the different systems and stuff, and I know there's different techniques that you would use. Was there anything so far that you've worked with the coaching staff with D'Anton Lynn, Doug Belk, some of those guys, about maybe different techniques you want to try to utilize, or maybe just anything you do, they would ask you to do a little bit different than maybe what you've learned in the past?
Really just be myself, and you just got to still learn. At the end of the day, you still got to learn. T. Reed has done a tremendous job of just getting all of us in the corner room, doing all the same techniques. But he'll let you really get in your bag. As he would say, like, let you get in your bag, because DB, you got to have a whole bag of tools. So just learning each and every day. I think that's what we're doing the best at, just learning each and every day.
We have some questions from our message board, DJ, that are pretty good. Anon Scout wants to know, who's the biggest trash talker out of the defensive backs group, and can anyone besides you potentially match Jacoby Lane's energy?
Do we count safeties?
Sure, yeah, anyone.
The biggest trash talker? I'll take myself out.
So you're up there. You would be up there.
Yeah, I'll say I'm up there. Just that's a whole different dude when he's on the field. Like when he's outside, I'm very calm, I'm very chill. But it's a whole different meaning when DJ hops on the field. So if I take myself out, I'll probably have to say definitely Christian Pierce, or I'll give D-Nick that too. I'll give that D-Nick too.
Who can match
Christian Pierce?
Yeah, so who can match Jacoby Lane's energy? Is it those two guys and you? Because we know Jacoby, when he runs out sometimes, he'll shriek and run out of the practice field and yell, and he's pretty intense. So who matches up with that? Anyone replicate that?
Like in the DB room, really just CP and D-Nick. But if besides that, I'll probably say Eric Gentry.
Yeah,
for sure.
Okay.
For sure, 1,000%.
Interesting. Style of play for as far as the defense goes, you've had a couple of different systems. Was there something appealing about what you saw from D'Anton Lynn and his system that you really liked? More man coverage, whatever it is. Is there something about the style of defense that was attractive for you before coming to USC?
Most definitely. Even when he was at UCLA, just watching Kamari when he was at UCLA, he's very aggressive. Some not like being in a DC that's gonna count on everybody. The front seven, the back end, just gonna cover. Just literally gonna depend on you doing your job, doing your 111th, and making sure everybody's in the right place. And he holds everybody accountable, which I love. You don't get a lot of DCs that's been in the league that comes down to college at a great university like USC, and you not want to hold on to that standard, especially with a lot of motivation that's coming in from last year, going into this year. You gotta respect what D'Anton Lynn is doing, and even the coaches around him, like Coach Rob Ryan, T. Reed, Doug Bell, Buki, Coach Henry, like all that combined with a great defensive mind, you have no other choice but to have a standard on that defense. So
you mentioned some names there. I got to go to Rob Ryan. What's the funniest thing that you can repeat for us that he said? And that's a question from Trojan Kevin.
Nah, I'm not a no repeating type of guy, man. I just he's high energy. I'll say that, very high energy. He really wants the best for all of us. And when you get a mind like that, you gotta gravitate towards what he done, his resume. So I just love just being around NFL guys because that's what my ultimate dream is just to go to the NFL. But right now I'm focused on winning football games in the college. So
USC TJ had a couple questions. We talked about your favorite thing in the system a little bit, but for your recruitment, who was more of a factor, Kamari or Coach Belk?
I'll definitely say Coach Belk. I definitely played without Kamari for plenty of years, so it wouldn't have been a huge factor if he was still here or if he decided to go to the NFL. I just fell in love with Coach Belk's coaching, the way he had J-Rock. Me and J-Rock is very close, so coming from around the same neighborhood, seeing what he did with his play, that's something you want to be around.
He also wanted to know if it's more of a man or a zone team, and if you have a favorite side of the field.
Coach Lynn can come with it, or he don't have to. So it's like it's really pick and choose. But like me, I'll take man, because just being out on the island, you gotta have confidence in your ability. So I'll definitely say man for me.
And do you have a favorite side?
Nah, I mean, you're gonna have to either play boundary or field, regardless of where the ball is snapped. They can go tempo. Their best receiver can always play to the field or to the boundary, so it really doesn't matter.
Cool.
DJ, when you were in the portal, what was the plan that the coaching staff laid out for you? The vision, just what sold you on USC from that perspective?
Just come in and just be myself. They'll try and be anybody else. Your play speak for itself just on tape. Just bring that with the energy that we have here. And so I was really sold from there. Coaches that really wanted me, coaches that really believed in me to put me in the best situation to be successful.
We had on the Peristyle 13 BBB. It's a very strange username, but he says, any young DBs that are sticking out to you?
Besides Selly, because Selly's been balling. I love what Braylon Conley's doing. Braylon Conley's getting better each and every day. So is Alex Graham, Treston. They're getting better each and every day, especially the two young guys, Alex Graham and Treston, just understanding how college works. You was in that position as a young guy at one point in your college career. So all you got to do is just get them tools to make them better. And that's what you want. That's what you want in a football team. You want somebody in each and every room to be like that. So I take the full responsibility of just making sure that I get Treston and Alex Graham right, because they're going to be special coming up this season and even seasons even more prior to that. So.
Best Lakers fan wants to know which position group is the best on the team.
Oh, corners, 1,000%. Corners.
How come?
You gotta count for everybody. Like it's not just me. You got Prophet Brown, you got Selly, you got D Nick, you got Braylon, you got Treston. Like it's plenty of ways of which way you want to go. Like you can't say we're not fast. You can't say we're not physical. Like what else? Like I don't think nobody else can really beat us. The safeties might say themselves, but nah, they don't got that.
All right. Left Coast Trojan 7. He had two questions. The first one, I'll ask you this one: who's faster, you or Ramsey?
Me, 1,000%.
Okay.
Me.
So will Kamari say the same thing?
Yeah, Kamari will say himself.
Okay,
Like,
that's good.
that's just the competitive nature that we both have. But I'm gonna say myself 1,000%.
And then he also wants to know anything you've picked up so far from Doug Belk.
His IQ of the game. Just like you look at his resume, like just being around Nick Saban, and then obviously I said earlier what he did with J-Rock. You got to understand, like, he has the IQ, he has the passion, he wants to see us win. So me just talking to him, it just felt like another father figure like I needed in this football world. Every coach that ever touched me, it was special to me just to have like somebody that I can connect to, and Doug Belt is definitely one of them.
As a fan of college football and growing up watching the sport, I know you followed USC. Is there a game this year that you're looking forward to the most? Is there anything about being in this conference that excites you? Game on the schedule you got circled?
I'll say every game. But if I had to pick one or two, I'll probably say Michigan in the Collie. That's a big circle. Definitely watch that game. Just even being at San Jose State, just always cheering on like my guys at USC, because it's always a brotherhood, regardless of what school everybody goes to. I'm always gonna cheer for their team. So definitely Michigan circled for sure.
That's one of the adjustments I guess you make going to Virginia Tech, ACC. You know, there's some big games if you're playing Miami or Florida State or whatever, Clemson. I mean.
Yeah.
Not as the Mountain West isn't going to be as big of name brands game. There's some really great games, some great rivalries, but coming back to USC like another power conference, is that part of the appeal to looking at some of the games like, oh wow, Michigan's coming to the Coliseum, a little bit different than playing Fresno State or something.
Yeah, I mean, every level is different. You got to understand I'm just playing in the college game. Like every level is different, but at the same time, everybody still had everybody wear the same cleats, the same helmet, the same shoulder pads. Like you got to line it up either way. So conference didn't really mean nothing to me. There's some guys that's in the Mountain West that is doing better than some of the guys in the SEC or the Big 10 or the Big 12. Like football is football at the end of the day.
We got one more from 13BBB. Do you have a favorite food spot around USC, and what's your go-to order?
Fixins, soul food, for sure. Fixins.
What do you get?
The chicken and waffles with mac, collard greens, and then I'll probably do like a water or Kool-Aid on the side.
Kool-Aid, nice. What is it called? Fake Sense?
Fixins.
Fake Sense. I don't know if where is that one at? I don't know if I've been there. Like
right by the crypto arena.
Oh, okay. So it's down there. Nice. I mean, I love Roscoe's, but there's not one like super close to campus. But is it similar?
For sure. I haven't even went back yet. I need to go back. Thank you for reminding me for sure.
There's some good spots around there. Well, I mean, it's funny when you talk to someone that's not from Southern California, and there's a whole bunch of new things. But for you, you're familiar with a lot of the stuff, So
yeah, most definitely.
You're an In-N-Out guy, or?
I stopped eating In-N-Out. I'm gonna be honest. I stopped eating In-N-Out.
Well, you're eating healthy mostly, or tried? Well, I guess maybe the soul foods.
I try to eat healthy, but sometimes when you go home, mom cooks some good food, you gotta eat it. So, when you started your college career, NIL wasn't as like big of a deal. Now that it is, like, is you just the way you conduct your life, going out to eat, whatever it is it different now than it was like when you were like maybe a freshman or sophomore as a college? Most definitely. But I got again a great team behind me, always checking up on me, making sure I ain't doing nothing crazy. So you got to have some people like that. NIL has just been a huge deal in the college game. It changed a lot. So you just got to learn where your feet is at. Be grateful for where you at, and just it's a blessing to even step into a college like USC. A lot of people don't get that opportunity, so I'm just blessed to where I'm at right now, and just can't wait to get ready with the guys for this season.
Yeah, the last thing. What are your goals for this upcoming season, DJ?
Man, really just put myself out there, make a name for myself. Really understand that this is a one-in-a-life opportunity that I have right here, especially with the guys in the locker room that I really meshed with. This team really brought some extra life and energy, because why wouldn't you want to play in the Cardinal and Gold with a group of guys that are loving to win, and having Lincoln Riley as your coach, you gotta want to win for him too. Just what we've been through at LA is just like, it's a matter of time for USC to blow up. So that's just how I feel. Everybody's ready to win. I'm excited. I'm blessed to be here.
Well, we really appreciate you coming on. DJ Harvey, watch him out there. Saturdays, number 2 in the Cardinal and Gold. You know, we need a good screenshot. I'm going to put this up. You want to give a fight on, DJ? This is a good one. We can do oh, yeah, that's a really good screenshot. We love that one. Thank you so much for coming on. It was great. Talking to you guys, it's been a lot of fun, and you're one of those guys you would walk by and like shake the reporters' hands, and you just conduct yourself really well. You can tell you're a veteran. It's like a no-nonsense business kind of guy. You seem like you're going to be a great presence in the locker room, and we appreciate you coming on here. It's been a great addition for our show, so thanks for doing that.
Thank you. Pleasure of you having me, for sure.
All right. Well, let's give him a round of applause. Real loud. Yeah. Thanks for coming on. I was going to say, the kind of big shoes with the, big general and big job, but you killed it too. As we've had so much fun. We've had so much fun. Yeah. Thanks to House of Victory for setting us up, and DJ taking the time. I know it's a Friday and you got plenty of other stuff you would want to do, but it's been great to talk to you. So thanks again.
No problem.
All right. Well, that's going to end our show for Connor Morrissette and DJ Harvey. Follow on Twitter. Oh, do you use Twitter much? DHarv5 the boss. I like that. We put your Twitter handle up there. So I don't know if you use it much, but handle, but yeah, that's a good handle. We like that one. But I hope you guys enjoyed the show, and we will talk to you